Hello everyone, Shadefire here, and I thought I'd do a little video on the current Overwatch event, the Uprising event, because like the Halloween event last year, it adds a neat little PvE game mode, or co-op PvE game mode, that I think is an improvement on that Halloween one, which was pretty simple honestly, since you were just defending a single objective in a small map. Here there's multiple objectives in a bigger map. Now it is a repurposed multiplayer map, but it is different enough to be unique, I guess. So let's get into it here. It's one of the arcade modes, as is all of these kind of event game modes. And let's just jump in. You can see there's two versions of it. There's the all heroes version, and then there is the scripted version where there's only 4 characters to choose from: Torbjorn, Tracer, Mercy, and Reinhardt. But we'll go with that one for now, because that's kind of the main mode. Obviously, it's got the difficulties. The higher difficulty you play on, the more stars you can get. And obviously, there are achievements to unlock that'll get you new sprays and, profile icons and all that. We're just going to go with hard because the other two kind of require a degree of coordination that we're not really going to get with pubbies.
"20 years after we won the war against the Omnics, we were no closer to living together in peace. The building of a new home for the Omnics in London was supposed to be the first step in improving human-robot relations. But it never had a chance. The Omnic extremist group, Null Sector, launched a surprise attack on King's Row. Hundreds were killed, and thousands more were displaced as they took control. Now, they are hunting down the last of the survivors. It could be the beginning of a new war between humans and Omnics. Unless we can stop them. Commander Morrison has sent our strike team to liberate the city. It's my first mission, and the only way to save my home. I hope we're not too late."
This is Morrison.
Alright, so let's see who we get left with. Tracer. Not bad. Usually people leave you with Mercy or Reinhardt.
Here's your chance, Tracer. Good luck out there, agents.
So you see we've got a defense, a support, a tank, and a DPS. Tracer is actually not a great DPS for this.
They need to be disabled before we can drop the payload. You each have a portable drone that can be used to hack the air defense terminals.
I wouldn't say I'm great with Tracer, but I have been trying to play her to get kind of good.
Air defense node is right around the corner. And Reinhardt, don't charge in there on your own.
Wouldn't dream of it, Captain.
So yeah, obviously these Omnics are a bit more complicated than the Zomnics from the Halloween mode.
Team, Null Sector approaching your position.
Here we go!
Let's hear those guns.
So yeah, as you can see there, the first phase of this map, we have to go to 3 different points and just defend them. Right now we just got these basic guys, so it's not particularly difficult. There's only 2 ways into this point.
All right? I'm doing just fine, Dr. Ziegler. Don't worry about me.
You let me know if that changes.
So yeah, as long as you keep moving, they can't really hit you too much.
We're done! Get them out! Where's the next defense node?
And headshots definitely help.
Up ahead.
Especially on the higher difficulties where they have a lot more health.
2 to go.
Alright, so we got a new bot here.
Just what the world needed.
If you go for their left arm, you can take out the shield pretty quick.
Significant Omnic presence closing in on your position.
Keep your turret up.
Alright, second point.
Good hunting.
Tracer's ult is not super useful here because it doesn't actually do very much damage. And it won't finish off some of the higher health Omnics at all.
You're exposed in your current position. Watch for attacks.
But it also charges really quickly, so you can just keep popping them out there. Like, if there's a group, I'm just going to throw it in the middle. Oh. Yeah, so Tracer is pretty squishy, so if you dash into shots like that, you're going to die real quick on these higher difficulties.
You shouldn't be far from the last node. It's in the cathedral, just up the street.
I mean, obviously we've got our little rewind there to get our health back, but... Generally, as long as you keep dashing horizontally, they can't really hit you too easily.
Come get your armor! Initiating the hack! Detecting significant null sector troops headed in your direction.
I have this under control.
And the one thing about these points is someone does actually have to stay standing in them, so everyone can't be out here, you know, blocking chit points.
Just in time.
Join me!
I got really disoriented there for a second. It's a bad place to be with the Tracer. And I imagine Tracer is definitely one of those heroes that's kind of disorienting to watch when you're not controlling her. Because obviously you're just kind of dashing around like this.
Dropship is en route to the clock tower.
But yeah, as long as you focus on the headshots, you can take out those regular ones real quick.
Let's hope those guns really are down.
It's a quick mission if they are.
Okay, so now we've done the first three. We need to defend this point until this payload starts moving.
Initiating startup sequence.
Which is about 3 minutes, if I remember correctly.
Charged up.
You really think that's gonna work?
I built it. Of course it's going to work.
Inspires confidence, doesn't it?
Null sector forces are inbound to your position.
And as you can see, we have a payload health, so we actually have to defend it and not just stand in the objective now.
Watch out for those slices. They aren't too strong, but they tear up the payload.
She says they aren't as strong, but these guys actually have a lot of health. At least when you're playing all characters mode, it feels like some of the stronger characters take too many shots to kill them. Like Roadhog.
Keep them off the payload.
There we go.
Alright,
See?
still at 99%.
Like I said, it just needed a moment to get warmed up.
So it's ready to move out?
Not quite yet.
I should have known. Team, get ready for another wave of attacks.
There's an achievement for doing it on hard or higher and keeping 80% health, but other than that, it seems like there's no achievement for perfect. Okay, so these guys will blow up if they hit the payload, so you want to definitely keep them away. But after a couple shots, you crack their armor, and then you can shoot the orange spots to do more damage.
You don't need to attack the detonators. When they're blowing up, just put your shield up.
She does have a point. It doesn't even damage the shield if I remember correctly.
Gabriel? What was that sound?
Seems like we hit another little snag.
And we're gonna have another
Define
unit in
little
this next
snag.
wave.
Forget about it. Defend the payload. It just needs a little more time. It's going to work. Trust me.
Enemy bastion, be careful.
Yep, so now there's going to be a couple bastions, which will go to 3 set points and then deploy.
Ever get that feeling?
But yeah, I like this multi-objective thing more than just defending one door. And I'm glad that they're kind of still going to do more PvE modes like this. Because they're a nice change of pace from an otherwise entirely multiplayer game.
Status update.
Generators are green.
Alright.
Propulsion
Almost
systems
done
are
with this
waking
objective.
up. Just a little bit longer.
Don't worry, my friend.
Hi.
These bastions also have quite a bit more health than the, playable bastion. Like, things that will normally kill bastion very quickly will take longer to kill these ones. And obviously that'll only increase as you go higher difficulties.
There we go. Get ready for this. Payload's ready to move.
Escort the payload to the power station. Once you're there, well, it's up to Torbjorn.
So there was a bug that was patched today, but for the last week, there was a way where if Tracer goes straight to the door that this thing has to get delivered to, you could block the spawning of all the enemies here. It's made it very easy to get the 80% achievement.
The power station. Expect null troopers, eradicators, bastions, and some OR-14s.
But they patched that today, so you actually have to do this part properly. And that sound means that there is a tank bastion coming, which sounds very sickly.
Enemy bastion, up ahead.
I don't know why he's all the way back there. Usually they spawn in front of you. Ow.
Tracer's
Tank
down.
round.
Reviver.
Thankfully, I don't think the tank ones can repair themselves like normal bastion can. Alright, should be another one coming from over here.
Enemy bastion, up ahead.
Oh boy.
Let's try that again.
Gotta take care of these sploices. Gotta destroy the payload. Alright, and this one does normally come from behind. So I guess they're not always preset, but they seem to usually come from the same spots.
Turret's being destroyed.
Alrighty.
Firing up.
So none of this stuff has been particularly difficult,
Maybe behind my shield.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
but this last bit, because this is the last section coming up,
Now.
is kind of the place where people die, usually.
Understood.
Though honestly, I think half of it is that people try to rush into this part when there's no real
We detected
reason
a
to.
massive
There's no
power
time
surge
limit.
From inside the plant. Best guess they're gonna try to blow it.
But I order, sir.
Focus on those OR-14s. Target down. Move to the next
And there's
one.
going to be a bastion up on the corner here, because these ones are always deployed. There's going to be another one up there, and another OR-14, usually around this corner. Yeah, there she is.
There's 2 targets left.
I'm gonna go take out this Bastion, hopefully. Oh, never mind, he got him. There's another one in that back corner, so I guess I'll go over him. Oh shit, tank Bastion in the back. Alright, that's another one of them down. I'm gonna go for this one in the back, because it is a pain in the ass. I keep forgetting that you have to shoot them in the back to do extra damage. Oh shit.
Tracer's down. Revive her.
So unlike a normal game mode, Mercy can revive you, but you can also just be revived by someone standing on you.
Come get your armor.
Last target, team. Get this done.
Now Ryan actually took him out
Good work
mostly
out
by
there,
himself.
team. We've stopped Null Sector and given peace a chance.
And that's it. It's pretty easy on even hard, but once you get into the higher difficulties, it becomes a lot more of a grind. And obviously you take more damage in addition to the enemies having more health. So it's a little bit of a lazy difficulty increase, but, you know, considering this is not a normal mode, it's not really surprising. I just hope that Blizzard does more of these than, you know, Valve did for TF2 when they completely abandoned the man versus machine after making, like, 2 sets of maps and 1 event map, and then they basically like, that's good enough. So hopefully that's not going to be the case with this stuff, though Blizzard's been doing a decent job of doing these events pretty frequently. You know, they're not just seasonal events, they've also had like the summer event and this one. And plus it's neat to see a event that is set in the backstory, because, you know, this takes place obviously years before the general kind of time of when the game takes place. So it's neat to see stuff like that, and I hope at some point they do something that takes place during the Omnic crisis, you know, the big war against the robots when they all rebelled. But, yeah, I'm glad that these are also getting more complicated. You know, obviously, just like any other event, there are new skins that you get from limited time loot boxes. Most of them are these, basically the ones we saw in that mode, you know, the skins for these characters when they were still members of Overwatch before it was shut down. I've got lucky, got a Mercy pretty early on, since she is a character I play a lot, so I was happy about that. Because during the Halloween event, the only legendary skins I got were Mercy, and I got like 4 of them, which obviously is kind of a waste, because you don't get that many credits even for a legendary skin. And I didn't get any of the other 3. There are quite a few of the, you know, fully expensive 3,000 point ones. There's the Orissas that we were fighting there. And the only cheap ones are the Reinhardt one, for some reason, and the Bastion one, which is, you know, just the Null Sector Bastions, which gives you that horrible, sickly alt noise that they do. Torbjorn's got 2, for some reason. Which, you know, both pretty similar. Beard, no beard. Who else got a new skin? Not really a lot of characters, honestly, compared to some of the other events. There's not a lot of the cheaper skins. You know, Tracer's got her cadet skin that I was just playing as. And I think that's it. Ana didn't get one because, you know, she's already got her Captain Amari skin, which is what she would have looked like if they did a skin for her here. And Soldier has his, you know, his Captain Morrison one, which is one of the pre-order bonuses, so again, it would be pointless to have another one of those. And I think that's it. Yeah, Mercy, Orissa, Reinhardt, Tracer, Bastion. Yeah, because a lot of these other heroes weren't involved in this particular strike. Also, you know, Reaper has his Blackwatch skin. Oh no, wait, sorry, I forgot. There are 2 Blackwatch skins. You know, kind of the secret ops version of Overwatch, which are the Genji skin, which is pretty cool. This is, you know, his unfinished suit. So he's got a bit of his corpse arm sticking out. And a bunch of tubes. Which, you know, I kind of wish I played Genji. But, like most people who don't play Genji actively, I despise Genji because they're super annoying when you're a support class. And the other one is McCree, who got his Blackwatch skin, which is also pretty cool. You know, he's got a completely useless laser sight on his gun. Doesn't actually do anything, but looks fancy. And, you know, there's the usual complement of sprays and voice lines and a few new emotes. Not a whole lot, though. Actually, not emotes, sorry. Highlight intros is, you know, D.Va has her selfie skin. And one more thing is just this.
Sometimes I'm not sure why I even bother.
I'm glad that they added some, like, annoyed medic lines for Mercy for this one.
You really should take better care of yourself.
But, yeah, that's the Overwatch Uprising event. Continues until the 1st of May. And obviously, during that time, you can get the time-limited loot boxes, and then after that, you're back to the regular ones. And I guess at some point, they'll redo these events, or make it so that you can get previous year's events or something, because they kind of imply that you can get this stuff again later. But maybe I'll do another one of these runs for a harder difficulty, or, you know, all heroes mode. But I just want to make sure that I at least covered one of these, because even though I don't do a lot of videos on it, I do play Overwatch fairly frequently. Well, frequently for me. You know, I'm obviously not super high level, so I haven't put that much time in, but I play it pretty regularly. Anyhow, I've been Shadefire. This is Overwatch Uprising event, and I hope you'll join me with some more robot killing in the future. Until then, you folks all take care.